I'm Karthiga from Department of Computer Science. Now I am going to discuss about distributed computing system models. So first of all we discuss about what is distributed computing. A distributed system contains multiple nodes that are physically separated but linked together using the same network. All the nodes in the system communicate with each other and handle process in tandem. So each of these nodes contains a small part of the distributed operating system software. So this is the picture of distributed operating system. So for example, distributed computing can encrypt large volume of data, solve physical and chemical equations with many variables and render high quality 3-dimensional video animations. So distributed systems, distributed programming and distributed algorithms are some other terms that all are referred to the same meaning of distributed computing. So distributed computing system models. Various models are used for building distributed computing system. These 5 models are broadly classified. These are mini computer model, workstation server model, processor pool model, then hybrid model. First we will go to say about mini computer model. A few mini computers interconnected by a communication network. Several terminals are connected to each mini computer, so multiple users can simultaneously log on it. This model is an extension of the centralized time sharing system. For example, ARPANET is an example of the mini computer model. So this is the picture of mini computer model. One communication network, many mini computers are connected, then several terminals are also connected to the mini computer. So next one is workstation model. Several workstations are interconnected by a high-speed communication network, that is LAN, local area network. The workstations are independent computers with memory, hard disk, keyboard, etc. A company or university department may have several workstations scattered throughout a building or campus. So users log on to one of the workstations called his or her own workstations. So this is the picture of workstation model. So on communication network, several workstations are connected. So this is not simply to implement because several issues must be resolved. These issues are idle workstation. How is the process transferred from one workstation to get executed on another workstations? So a workstation that was idle until now and was being used. The next, workstation server model. So workstation server model, a distributed computing system based on the workstation server model consists of a few mini computers and several workstations. Workstations that are diskful or diskless. Workstation diskful means workstation with its own local disk is usually called as diskful workstation. Next, without a local disk is called as diskless workstations. One or more of the mini computers are used for implementing the file systems. So other mini computers are used like database server, file servers, etc. So this is the example of Sprite system and Xerox Parrot. This is the picture of workstation server model. So several mini computers are connected. Then mini computer act as file server, database server and print server, etc. So next, this is the processor pool model. The processor pool model is based on the observation that most of the time a user does not need any computing power, but once in a while the user may need a very large amount of computing power of a short time. So therefore, unlike the workstation server model in which a processor is allocated to each user, in processor pool model, the processor pooled together and shared the data to be the users. This is the picture of processor pool model. The pool of processor consists of a large number of mini computers, microcomputers attached to the network. Each processor in the pool has its own memory to load and run a system program or an application program of the distributed computing systems. So last and final model, this is the hybrid model. So advantage of workstation server and processor pool models are combined to build a hybrid model. It requires several computers concurrently for efficient execution. It gives guaranteed response time to interactive jobs by allowing them to process on local workstation of the users. Processor in the pool can be allocated dynamically for large computations. Compared to all other 4 models, this is very expensive. Thank you.